Robert,
What are we doing?
I waited for you to come on so Rich wouldn't yell at me when he's like, "Oh, there was a bunch of dead air when you started playing the podcast." He was very kind to you about that.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I'm not a perfectionist like that one Richard McPhee, even though it says that's my name right now.
He doesn't need to know that.
No, he will, and he'll get pissed off. I can't wait to
He gets
frame
angry
him
at
on
a
this.
lot of things.
I'm going to frame him on Zoom somehow and then make a lot of royalties off of him. It's going to be...
You should.
Yep.
If anything, you should profit off his anger.
I think so. Isn't that the only right thing to do?
Yeah, I know. And you know what it'll do? Make him more angry.
It will.
And then if you're profiting off his anger, it'll be this endless feedback loop, which you profit from.
You're not wrong again, Bobby. You're not wrong
Damn
again.
right.
How was your trip to Scotland?
It was excellent. Went about as well as you could go with a baby, but it was good. Yeah,
that's good.
Did some hiking, some sightseeing.
What was the best thing you saw in Scotland?
Just the general scenery. But we went to You ever watch the Netflix show Last Kingdom?
That was a show, not a movie?
No, it was a show. There was like a movie where, like, at the end they did like a movie as like the last episode.
Okay, maybe.
But they had the best thing we did. They basically, it's this castle in northern England called Bamborough. It's right up on the water. But it's in the show, like the guy that he's that was like a castle like that he had ruled over in the time. But we saw the actual one. That was the best. That was the best thing I thought. Wow. That was cool.
That's cool. How was the flight with the baby? Fine.
As good as good as it could go.
Yeah, that's good.
I would say the first one there we flew overnight, so we slept. That wasn't like as bad. But the one on the way back, I would describe it as like a 7-hour job entertaining a small child.
Yeah. That's always that's a story of my life. I just entertain myself at times. But
yeah. I mean, it went as good. He wasn't a problem. It was just doing it.
Well, that's good. Well, how about we start the show here, the Simple Mind Sports Show, and let's do some opening takes. Bobby, please be my guest.
Yeah, hope is a dangerous thing, Ray. Hope's a dangerous thing, and the Patriots have given us that with their display there, which I was watching it live there. It was 6 p.m. So
nice.
I got to see.
That's not bad. That's a little nighttime show. It
was so I got to see that happening unfold. It wasn't just a win. It was a convincing win for them. They actually played well. There was no excuses, beat a good team. And then now we're hearing, if you listen to the Patriots Slanted podcast, this is how beat to shit up the Dolphins are and how they should
it's gonna be a layup. Yep, we should be rolling on 2-game winning streak.
So now I'm being fed this hope after I had accepted the end. I had accepted 1-7, and now I'm being told it's about to be 3-5. So let's see. I can't wait to see how I feel on Monday.
It will be interesting. I hope it's a layup for the Patriots. I heard Tyreek Hill might be out. I heard their left tackle's definitely out. Their starting safety's out.
He's on IR. Yeah, they got three linemen out, and their starting safety is out. I think there's a different starter on defense that's out.
That sounds like a Patriots win right there. That's just me.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Bobby, my opening take, I'm going off the Cups tonight because this is a richless show, so I'm just going to go off the Cups. I went to see Dave Chappelle last Thursday. That's why I couldn't record last Thursday. Great show. What with the Queen. My opening take is this. The Queen's math, for someone that works in medicine, he can't fucking tell you what an inch is. Before the show, we went and we had some edibles just to enhance the viewing pleasure of said Dave Chappelle. And for a guy who works in measurements and has to use math all day, he thought this was an inch after I took a Nerd's Rope edible. He's like, oh yeah, an inch should be perfect for you. No, he gave me like almost triple the dose. So Neil, I had a Aaron Rodgers type moment at Chappelle when he was just talking at one point. I felt like I was lifted over everyone at the TD Garden and just watching from above because that's how fucked up I got because of the Queen. So my opening take is my opening rant, the fucking Queen's math.
He works in measurements. So what it tells me is that he did this on purpose. Okay, he was trying to do this to you. I think he works in measurements, or he's bad at his job.
I think he did want to do it because when I said, holy shit, that's going to be like triple the dose, he goes, you'll have fun. So yeah. I think it was.
Good for him.
We won't be talking about that, but we will be talking the Patriots. Obviously, their win over the Bills and looking ahead to the Dolphins this week. The quest for Banner 18. The Celtics started last night playing the New York Knicks and got a win. What do we think? And is Jalen worth all that money? Also, one of my new favorite segments is Bobby's Would You Rathers.
Damn right.
And followed by, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to scroll down real quick, and I will tell you, Would You Rathers.
You're surprised.
Simplest Mind Save Sports. No, we got Simplest Mind Save Sports. Once again, we're going to save sports. Bobby has a great idea for the NFL. As I said, the Would You Rather, and then I'm going to finish with my new segment, but we'll be putting it under the Simplest Minds of the Week. So let's start the show. Friday, October 27th. Let's go. As always, first we have to do the, please give us a follow, like, subscribe, review, and as always, tell your friends, tell your mothers.
Hey, mothers.
Also, tell them about Shake It Golf. Go to Shake It Golf. Fall golf is here. You still can go into virtual reality driving ranges and stuff like that, so golf apparel's year-round nowadays. So go to Shake It Golf, enter promo code Simple Minds for 15% off on all your golf needs, wares, hats, gloves, you name it. I think that's it, Bobby. I think I got all the rambling out of the way. So please.
I think you did.
Yep. By all means, please. Let's start with the Patriots surprise all and beat the Bills. This is yours, so take it away.
And the Patriots have a complete different start to this game. They actually came out on top. Instead of going down immediately, they go up 10-0. The Bills surge late after a board fumble. They get the lead, and then Max surprisingly leads them down the field to win the game in what was a fun game. It was a fun game to watch. We all know how the first 5 games of the season went. That 6th game felt real good to watch. Felt like they were a competitive team. If you didn't know the record, they won the game and got to feel good on a Sunday. So that was really good. I'm sure you felt good about it.
I felt great about it. And the only thing I like watching it, like, that caught my eye, Mac had a little pep in his step. He was like trying to like get the team rallied around him and stuff. It's like not forced on, but it's kind of like refreshing seeing that. I don't know if someone's telling him, like a PR guy or a manager or something, saying, hey, show like you want to be a part of this team, because the pussy face and all that stuff starting to kill the whole morale. But yeah, he was happy, chippy, and I think he got his guys around him.
Yep, you hit on something there that I think the team hadn't given up yet. They had not given up yet. We
all did. Through our text exchange, we all thought it was over.
Oh, we given up. Yes, no. Yeah. I think we're all on record that we've given up.
But
they hadn't given up yet. So they still have something to fight for. They still think this is they think 12-5 is in play.
Yeah, Rich is fucking emailing Belichick saying, here, this is your speech, 12-5, bitch tits, let's fucking go. Still in play.
Yeah, let me hit on a few key points here, and then I'll have my question to you.
Yep.
So offense improved. They put up 29 points, highest of the year, breaking the streak when in their 29-25 victory, breaking a streak of losing every game that a team scores 25 or more points. Mac Jones, 25 of 30, 272, 2 touchdowns. Like we already said, plays very well, deserves a little credit. We saw Devontae Parker snaps.
Now, can I stop you before you go any further with the Mac Jones thing? He was that accurate Sunday against the Bills. Because when I read that stat, I was like, he only 5 incomplete passes. That's it. A very, very good, smart game from Mac Jones.
So much of what they do is just so quick. The quick little stuff, 5-yard outs, and that it's sometimes they don't even seem like long passing plays. But yeah, I was surprised that it was only 5 incompletions. But when you go back and think about it, I mean, I don't know how many scoring drives they had, but if I want to say they probably had 6 or 7 scoring drives to get to 29 points. So they probably only had 11 possessions, I believe is accurate. So they put up points on the majority of possessions of their games. So they were moving the football.
And he stayed up. He was making good decisions. He didn't see ghosts that much. You know, he wasn't rattled back there. A nice clean pocket for the most part until Mr. Left tackle himself got out of the game, and then that started to happen. But
that's a big point at tackle. Big Mike playing right tackle. Maybe they found their new 5. They rolled out Trent Brown, Strange, Andrews, City So, and Unwenu, and obviously Bourne and Douglas. They were the stars at receivers. Those guys, they were the new tandem. Parker didn't play a lot. Juju, his bum ass is still out. So my question to you, is the Patriots' new offense that we saw really over like the last 5 quarters in the Raiders games where they moved it on that 17-yard drive at the end of that game. Is it sustainable? Is this something they can do? Have they found something on offense, Ray?
I think they found energy. I don't know how to describe it, but these 5 quarters, they just don't look like the same team that we saw before. Bill Belichick or Bill O'Brien rather, is probably putting in personnel that he believes can make this team win. So having Juju out and having oh goddamn, who else was out?
Parker.
Parker, thank you.
Parker didn't play. He reduced.
He played,
snaps.
but he didn't really. He wasn't in there on the key plays. So I mean,
he wasn't in the game plan.
See those guys out. I mean, Bourne's been the guy that's been delivering lately. So isn't Pop Douglas, stuff like that. I mean, you keep rolling with these guys that are buying into the system and rallying around Mac. I think it's going to be a positive thing.
I remember on the first drive, they had 2 plays specifically for Douglas, and I was like, wow.
And he's quick.
He's in this game. He's like,
they're
going to get him the ball.
Yeah.
I just remember thinking that. I'm like, this is different. The first drive when they go down and get the field goal. And Douglas played really well. Like, he caught the ball in traffic. He had some good, like, he's always had a little bit of a shake where he kind of like makes some guys miss and get through. But it was they featured Douglas and Bourne. They made a concerted effort to throw screens to Ramondre, and Pharaoh Brown is like the most explosive tight end in the league.
Most clutch. Three big catches.
Every pass he catches is like plus 20 yards.
I think those are like those only catches he ever gets in those games too, because nothing else is short or anything. It's always those like fluke plays that he's just gonna break it up for a long run.
I don't know anything about the exact plays they are, so I don't know if it's always like he's in there with like two tight end sets and it's play action and he's just leaking out uncovered, but he just gets he's always there for a big play. But for me, is it sustainable? I have to see it again another week, but I think what they've done is basically what everybody's fucking begged them to do. Okay, Juju can't play. Parker's too slow. Put out the good players that you have and feature them.
Yeah,
and I think now they signed Jalen Reagor he's a signed Patriot now.
Yep.
They elevated him 3 times, so I think they're going to go with their only fast guys that they got, and this is what they're going to do. So we'll see if they could do it again.
I think they also implemented a lot of screens and short passes, knowing the offensive line has been shaky the past 2023 season pretty much. And I think I noticed that right off the bat. Like everything was like either screen, 1-2 yard slant inside, simple stuff for Mac to read fast. So I think they're starting to like know their faults, know what they have to work on, and trying to develop that to get better in this game. And it showed against Buffalo because that was a team that we really didn't see all year.
Yeah, you already touched on it with the offensive line. It was that was their best game by far. I don't know if Mike Onwenu is a good right tackle. He just isn't the worst right tackle in the league.
He just doesn't make all the mistakes that we were noticing on the other side of the ball, on the left side.
Basically, he just doesn't let a free runner come around the edge every single time. And he's obviously big, so you can run behind him. And it's easier for Andrews to shade to whichever guard side that he needs to if you have a couple shaky guards. So he just kind of like solidifies it. And I don't know how they don't go with that being their 5 moving forward, because they actually were able to run the ball too. And they
seems like Stevenson got something like a fire under his ass this week because he was a bust the first 6 games of the season. So now it's like, oh shit, like maybe he does have something in the tank and he just needed to get his legs moving again or whatever.
100%. It basically, we had talked about it last week with the way he runs, where he's a big back, but he doesn't run with power. He kind of like shifts. It's just like what he did this week just worked.
Yeah.
It just like for whatever reason, like his moves that time, it actually, he made the guy miss instead of getting tackled. It feels like there's some randomness to when he breaks tackles because it isn't generally power related, but it did work.
Real quick on that, I think the game plan too, Bills have a very their middle inside on the defense is like their weakest part of the position pretty much. And I think you got David Andrews, obviously a Pro Bowl type center that we have on our team, having him help out and bust through that middle. I mean, if that's probably the weakest point, Ramondre is going to be a north-south runner, not an east-west, kind of like Zeke can do sometimes. So that's a positive for Ramondre. It showed that game.
What did Mac prove to you? What do you prove?
Maybe he's not a backup quarterback. Maybe he is a starting quarterback somewhere in the NFL.
Mac, he gained a little bit of favor with me. I still think he's the same. I don't think he's any different than what we thought he was. He just, okay, when you give him some time and guys are open, he can get him the ball. Mac didn't win the game, but he played really well and he made throws. He deserves credit on the last drive. In the fourth quarter, he was really good. He was really good in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, totally agree. Usually we don't see him in the fourth quarter. We haven't seen him much in the fourth quarter this year. So
exactly.
Yeah.
But he's exactly Mac Jones is what the offense is around him. And if the offense around him is performing as they should, that was a Patriots game. That was a textbook Patriots game. Yeah. Everything went well. The defense did their job. They got a turnover. They didn't turn the ball over. They made their field goals. Punts were good, capitalized on their opportunities. They win the game. So everything went as designed, as in everything went ideally, and they won the game. So that's exactly how the Patriots are set up to win. Yeah. But we'll see how it all goes from here. Now, here's the big question. What will be the level of fanboy that we all go if they beat the Dolphins? How high? 1 to 10, how fanboy?
I'll probably go how high was it Dave Chappelle, that high. So cloud 9.
Yeah,
sky's the limit.
Yeah, I'd probably be up there too. Yeah. I would probably be at a minimum of a 9 for fanboy, because then after that you're like, well, now okay, we're 3-5. We're looking at 5-5 right in the face here. We're right back in it.
They'd also be 3-1 in the division too. That's huge in the AFC East. They'd be up on everyone in the division because very much a dogfight. Everyone's beating everyone in this division. So that'd be huge. Being the Dolphins, being 3-1 in your division, things are pointing up if that happens.
Everybody in the world, literally everybody, thought it was 1-7. Everybody.
Oh yeah.
You couldn't find. I guarantee you couldn't find the most diehard fanboy to say that they're going to win these 2 games and go back to 3-5. For that to happen, literally be the possibility of that. Who would have predicted this would be so low that absolutely. This season would be what a roller coaster of a season this would be.
Yeah, everything would be back in it, and there's talks that the 2 roster moves they made was to trade for D-Hop, because that's what I was reading.
Tell me about that.
I've been reading it. Basically, Tennessee's selling off all their parts that pretty much cashed in the season, so. They did a trade with the Eagles Monday, Tuesday. So it sounds like they're like big sellers this year. And D-Hop is now being rumored to either the Steelers in trades, Patriots, and there was another team, and I just don't remember what I saw. But yeah, just sounds like he's on the move.
God, if the Patriots do that, that would be, you could see the Belichick memes where he's sitting there holding the chess versus checkers sign. Yeah, we didn't pay him his guaranteed money, and now we traded the 7th that we got for Nick Folks back to the Titans. Back to the Titans for D-Hop.
Yep, enjoy that. Man, that would be the total. Everyone would be back on Team Bill.
Whatever. I mean, sure, do the trade. If it's a 5th rounder or above, whatever, do it, get him, so that way then you can just like get rid of one of the other 2 guys. But sure, I can't even.
Wouldn't it be good though too? Because look at Juju's hurt, probably his personality's hurt here. Wouldn't it be classic Bill? Here's the 5th, Juju for D-Hop. And 7th. Trade. Give me or a 6th or a future 7th
that
or something like Bill. That. Right?
I mean, at this point, the J.C. Jackson move seems like to be a really big success. It's like he never left the team.
It was like I was like waiting for him to get burnt by Stephon Diggs, because pretty much Stephon Diggs has owned J.C. Jackson in this division for
he's
so
owned
how
the
long.
Patriots. Who's ever covered him?
And they locked him down this week.
It's literally like he never left. Like last season didn't exist, and and he was injured for the first 5 games, and then it just carried right over. He's not Christian Gonzalez. He's not going to blanket guys, but he's a good corner. He's a good player. So now they have. I mean, maybe there's a little excitement going in the next year if he's on the team next year. Your top 3 corners: Jonathan Jones, Christian Gonzalez, J.C. Jackson. Okay, yeah, we got something. Yeah, 2 guys on the outside: Jonathan Jones in the slot. Sounds good to me. Yeah, sign me up.
Mr. Jones had a very good game back, first game of the season.
Jack Jones, you think?
Yeah, Jack Jones, Mr. Jones.
I thought he did too.
Back to being Hall of Fame player.
It's almost just like I said. Once you get 3 good corners, that's really all you need. And if all 3 of them were out there playing, I mean, I thought their defense played well.
Isn't he that like firecracker that you need on defense too? Like he was very animated that game. Like you could tell he was yelling, he was feeling it. Like that's the kind of defensive player you
He brings
want to have on a
energy.
team. Yeah,
He
that
does bring
energy
some
guy.
energy.
Yeah,
he does bring some energy. Yeah.
I thought he played pretty well for the first game back. I mean, he got beat on a couple coverage. You could tell he was playing. Yeah, zone is not his real strong side, but he got burned on a few plays. But I thought he looked good for a first game back, coming off a hamstring injury.
No, he looked great, and it's great to have him coming up against the Dolphins here. Good segue. What's your prediction?
So I said they were going to lose 56-17 or something like that to the Bills last week. I'm going to say 56-17 Dolphins just so I can keep the juju going alive. Maybe that's
going to keep it going.
I'm going to keep it going. Every week it's going to be 56-17 in the favor of the other team if they keep the streak up.
I'm going to say I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to predict it. A Patriots win. I'm going to predict a Patriots win.
What do you got?
I'm going to predict that they win 26-21 in Miami. 3-5, 12-5 in play.
What if Tyreek plays?
Even if he plays.
Wow.
That's the score, assuming he plays.
Okay. All right.
What I'm going to say is their offensive line is going to Tua's going to get macked. He's not going to have time to throw. He's going to get put off his spot. The rhythm gets ruined. He doesn't get the same passes off in time because their whole offense is based off of it. And Patriots put up a little bit of points.
I really don't like their head coach. He has like moxie. He's like if he was my coach, I'd fucking love him to death. But because he's a Dolphins head coach, it's like, fuck this guy.
He is an annoying little shit.
Mm-hmm.
That is. All his players call him weird. Whether or not they actually like him or not is a different thing. But yeah, he's a weird little guy. Yeah. He's a weird, strange little man.
Yeah. So I would hope for an L for Dolphins on Sunday, but I'm just going to keep that alive.
But regardless of what happens, it appeared that this was a lost season, but at least for 1 week, we have some hope. And let's see where this thing goes, Ray.
Let's see how it goes indeed. All right, quick break, and then Celtics talks when we come back.
The tradition that comes with this organization, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud to be a part of that, and I just want you to know that first off. When you come in here, you put the green on, responsibility comes with that. Every time I suit up, I think about that.
Bobby, the quest for Banner 18 is underway. Celtics played the Knicks on Wednesday, winning 108-104. Leading scorer, Jason Tatum, obviously, 34 points, 11 rebounds, showed that he was that man that should have made the All-NBA team last year. Kristaps Porzingis, 38 minutes, 30 points, 8 rebounds. Definitely looked like the number 2 out there Wednesday night. Bobby, watching this game, obviously Porzingis, as I said, was outstanding. Being the third option might be beneficial for him, I think, in my eyes.
Is he the third option?
You would assume so because Tatum's 1, Jalen's 2. This is his team, right? He was that All-NBA second team or whatever, making that max deal. So
what it looked like to me was Tatum and Porzingis looked really comfortable out there. Like they knew what they were doing.
They've been playing for 7+ years together.
And Jaylen Brown looked like he didn't know what his role was, like what he should be doing. That's what it looked like. And it was one game. It was one game.
Mm-hmm.
Porzingis maybe had some extra motivation going to play the Knicks. It's his first game with this new team.
They were just chanting "fuck you, Porzingis" at the game. Yeah. So yeah, I think he was a man. But isn't that what we're looking for? A guy that like actually gets pissed off and wants to.
He likes that shit though.
Yeah, feeds off the energy of the crowd.
Yeah, one thing you can actually say about Porzingis is he appears to like basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Like he wants to play, he gives a shit. Like he's not like one of these pampered AAU guys. He's actually like he's an international, over in Europe, Euro. Like he's gone through a totally different path. Like he cares about this stuff, so he wants it. I like him. I like watching him play. His jump shot breaks every rule about what they tell you to do about when shooting, what not to do. His feet are offset. His shoulder goes in.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just like literally everything that it's not supposed to be, but It goes in, and you can't stop it. I mean, when he's as tall as he is, he can shoot however he wants because no one's going to affect it.
No.
Played well down the stretch. Basically, it just kind of appears as if they really only called plays for those two. I didn't see any Jaylen Brown sets.
I think when he did, he was turning the ball over.
Well, Jaylen Brown, I know one of you, the big thing is, he got his new contract and he didn't play well, so we'll give him some time, but, bad games will happen. But really, for me, it was more like it appeared as if it was really about Tatum and Porzingis and Drew Holiday distributing. He kind of didn't know how to fit into it either. He looked a little shaky. He was kind of like, he had more of like a point guard game though. He was distributing.
He facilitated, yeah, that's all he had to do.
Yeah, exactly. That's all they really need to do. I thought Tatum was he kind of picked his spots, and like he would, when they needed him to, just kind of like drive to the basket and score when they needed him to like stop a run. No, he looked good.
Yeah.
He played big, I thought.
Yeah, how do you like that lineup, that starting five?
Yeah, I mean,
Drew, I didn't think it was going to be Derek White. I thought they were going to go kind of try to go big, have Al come out with Porzingis, making Al play the 5 and Porzingis like a /4-5 kind of deal. But yeah, I kind of like Al coming off the bench.
I think it's beneficial for him. I think the less, it's one of those things where even though he's going to come off the bench, he's going to be in there when it matters.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. I think Derek White's a great player. I want him on the floor as much as possible. It's kind of like, it was a lot of the same old Celtics though. Come out good. They take a nap at the end of the second half and at the beginning of the third. That's when they take a nap. And then, they get hot with some threes. They miss some, they lose some. And then, at the end, Joey Maz can't write a fucking play. So it's the same mess at the end. So
I was waiting for I was waiting for the Joey Maz hate. Only 12 bench points. That's crazy to me. Last year, obviously a lot of more scoring coming off the bench with Marcus Smart and Robert Williams and vice versa, but with Al Horford. But this year, I think the bench is going to be, pray that none of these guys go down because no one's going to be able to fill that void.
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously the deals that they made, this is how they set it up.
Yeah.
They set it up to be a team of 7 players. They're 7 guys.
Yeah.
So I think the one thing that probably throughout the season will affect them would be, I think physical bigs will give them a problem.
Yeah.
Like New York center there. I don't know what his name is. He's kind of a nobody guy, but he's a big and he's an energy guy.
Number 23. I know who you're talking about. He
like Harkonnen or something like that. Like he kind of had his way at times.
Yeah.
He had a good game, and guys are going to do that. That's not Porzingis' game, and Al Horford can't fight. He's not going to fight the whole game. No. So that's maybe where they're going to miss a Robert Williams, and maybe they're where they just need like someone that can give them 10, 15 minutes just to be physical with the other guys, physical players down there. But other than that, I mean, I don't know what else. Maybe they can develop something else. I mean, I don't know what was the minutes with Luke Cornett. I don't know what he has on Maz. I don't know what that was about, but
it seemed like there's some design plays for him and Hauser last night. There was plays coming in. I'm like, what the hell is this shit?
I don't know. I don't know what was going on with that.
Yeah, I was like, this is this says Joey Maz's fucking fingerprint all over it.
Yeah. I don't know. What did you think about the game?
Seems like the same old Celtics. Seems like nothing really has changed. Yeah, you got 2 new guys, but you're the same guy calling the plays. It's just they go up big. You thought they were going to destroy him after watching the first quarter. It's 30-18 after the first quarter. At halftime, you're only up 4. The Knicks, I think they scored like 12 points in like 90 seconds or something stupid like that. It was just a huge swing. Then you go down in the fourth quarter, and then you go. I think they were down 9 at one point. I think it was 3 minutes left. They were down 9. Knicks were just making 3 after 3 and just, the runs. Like, you can't sustain playing in these like hard hitting games, close games all year round. You got to be able to close out against the bad teams.
Yeah, it's the first game. I mean, we heard a lot about how intense they were playing.
Yeah.
In their practices ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was a pretty intense NBA game.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it. It was opening night.
Yeah.
I thought the Knicks came out with something to prove, and they play pretty physical. So
Yeah.
I thought they matched the intensity, and they did win the game. They didn't fold.
Yeah.
They were down in the fourth, and they didn't fold. So they.
I think that's
some
a good
credit.
sign. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's what we always said, that these young guys can't close out these games, and that's what's been their Achilles heel since being in the league. So,
and I just want to make sure they watch the minutes. The minutes were high, and it was the first game, so they want to run the starters out there. But Porzingis can't be playing 38 goddamn minutes every night, and nor Tatum, nor Brown.
Nor Horford can't be coming off the starting for these guys.
Exactly.
So they could get, he's 38 years old. He's up there. Speaking of the game plan, let me stop you real quickly. The 3 points. They didn't shoot a lot last night. They shot more 2-pointers than they did 3-pointers. And that's unlike the Celtics team we've seen in the past. So
they did.
Happy about that, or is that just because it wasn't falling last night? Only 31%, 12 for 39, I believe.
I can only imagine that it's a philosophical change. I mean, last year they would just jacket. That's all that they would do. They were playing a bit more of an inside-out game. I think they're probably trying to figure out how to use Porzingis, but I think a lot of it had to do with Tatum. Tatum was looking to establish himself in the paint.
Mm-hmm. And it took him about 5 possessions for him to fucking actually get the ball and shoot it.
Correct. And I also think that this is a product of Marcus Smart not being there anymore. He loved to jack him off some threes, and Drew Holiday was not looking to shoot.
No. He was like, I think they're still trying to get that chemistry. He came in over late. Obviously, that was a late trade into the, so they probably had 2 weeks for this is like the first real go around. I mean, preseason, I think he only played in 1 game, 2 games, maybe. So it's not like he's been around these guys. Yeah, they played in the Olympics together, but it's not the same. So
they could be looking to do things differently, but yeah, I think it's a personnel change, and they're probably just looking on how to play with each other. But they're not going to win. They need to figure out how to win other than just making a bunch of threes. They have to be able to figure it out by playing winning basketball. No, hopefully, ultimately, that's what they're trying to do. But who knows?
Seems like the defense was up last night too. The defense intensity.
It was an intense game. It was a real basketball game. There was intensity there. It'll obviously go away real quickly once they get past game 3, whatever, and they start to get into the season, and all these players are like, "Wait, what are we doing?" So that was just like an opening night thing. But no, I agree. It was good. It was a good game. I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it from an opening game perspective.
Yeah. You think that we're missing Robert Williams and Marcus Smart after game 1?
Smart, no. I just think not missing Robert Williams, the player, missing that profile of a player, just young and big energy defense to combat other teams that have that. Because I think you're going to see a lot of other teams that have it, but Marcus Smart, God no.
You think Robert Williams would have scored 30 points last night and played 38 minutes?
No.
I'm not missing either of those fucks.
No.
Good riddance. I think we're going to be way better off with a healthy Porzingis and Drew Holiday leading the point guard, a real point guard on this team for the first time since Rondo being here.
Oof. He was a point guard, but he was a douche.
Oh, yeah. But I'm just saying, who has been the point guard before Marcus Smart? They've been pretty much saying he's our point guard. And he's terrible at it. So, but Isaiah Thomas. There we go. There's another one.
Kemba.
Big game against Michael Jordan's son, Jimmy Butler on Saturday. When we play the Heat. So
very nice.
Well, where do you think we finish? Eye test, first game. Throw out where do you see this team going?
Where do I see them go? I mean, they should be in the finals.
Okay. They should be representing the East. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. They should represent the East.
Okay. Well, we shall see next week. I think they have 2 games before we record next, so we shall see how they do and how they look against the defending Eastern Conference champs, Miami Heat. Speaking of Heat, I'm going to throw it over to headlines with the obvious one. Thank you. The Patriots got their second win of the season after defeating division rivals Buffalo 29-25. Mac Jones was good, going 25 for 30 with 272 yards and 2 touchdowns. Next up for the Patriots is the Miami Dolphins. Game time is at 1, and Dolphins are currently 9.5-point favorites as we record. The Boston Bruins just can't lose. They're in the East, an Eastern Conference best 6-0. They play the Anaheim Ducks Thursday as we record. The quest for Banner 18, like we just talked about, began Wednesday night as the Celtics traveled to New York to play the Knicks. Jason Tatum led the C's to victory with 34 points in a 108-104 victory. Porzingis added in 30. Next up, like I said, Heat on Saturday night. World Series Game 1 is set. Arizona Diamondbacks take on the Texas Rangers. Game 1 is tonight at 8 p.m. And finally, on this day in 1984, Washington State University running back Ruben Mays set collegiate football record of 357 rushing yards in one game at Oregon. This has been Headlines with the Obvious One. Back to you, Bobby.
Ray, do you have a problem with penalty flags in NFL football games?
Yes, I do, because they are ruining the game because they're taking too long and too many of them.
I agree. So we're going to save this problem. So here on our segment, Simple Minds Save Sports, NFL penalties. That's what we're taking after. And I have a very simple solution to this problem. The only thing hockey does right, the penalty box.
When I first thought like what you were going to say right after that, I was going to say fighting. Throwing down the gloves, let them fucking go. That's how you're going to solve the...
Just have them fight it out? What do they? Who would they do? Fight the ref?
Yeah, no. The ref is like, he judges who gets fucking knocked out or not. You know,
I mean, in football, I don't think people would mind watching those behemoths slug it out.
I just want one guy to keep his helmet on, and the other guy's too stupid, like floats his helmet off, starts punching him, breaks his hand. The other guy wins. That's what I do.
Right? He just sees red, just punching at face masks.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. That could be part of it too. Why not?
No. But I like your idea better.
Yeah. So the penalty box, Ray. So you get a flag thrown. So instead of the yardage penalties, that player has to go in the box for, let's say, 5 minutes. That player, they can't play in the game anymore. Could this idea work? How would this work?
How would it work, though?
So here's the thing. This is how I see it. There obviously has to be situations where there needs to be some other penalty other than just the player going in the box. But what it would do is de-incentivize the player from committing these penalties because they literally get pulled from the game. Yeah. So like you can't just commit a penalty. Like let's say it's the last play of the game, so you don't care if you go in the penalty box. So you just commit the penalty. So you like win the game or whatever. There has to be an additional penalty on top of that. But so maybe that could be a different thing within like the last 2 minutes of like a half or like a game or a quarter. But like, let's say if there's a holding penalty, it's like, all right, Trent Brown, get in the fucking box for 5 minutes.
But can someone take a spot? Is someone taking a spot?
Oh yeah. So then the Patriots would then substitute.
So it's not
lineman.
Okay. So you're not playing a man down like said
no,
the NHL
you wouldn't
does.
play a man down, but then that player is then out. So if it's a delay a game, you know how it gets called on the quarterback? Mac, get in the fucking box for 5 minutes.
How would that go though? Like a running clock, or like the play clock would be the game time clock?
It would be a 5 minute box, yeah. So it would be 5 minutes of game time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like it.
How would this? Is this a plausible thing, or is this some XFL? Maybe the XFL should run it first.
See, the XFL, the NFL has stolen a lot of ideas from the XFL. So why not for Dwayne Johnson to hear this show and be like, "Oh shit, great idea, boys! Let's try this out. We'll be different. They'll be getting people talking, want to watch it because now you want to see how different the game is." Boom, you just made millions of dollars.
Penalty box.
I like it. Why wouldn't you do it?
I mean, then players don't want to get pulled out of the game because then owners are going to be adding things in. Well, it's like you can't even play a full game, guy. Look at how many times you were spent in the box. We can't pay you this.
Imagine the NBA doing it too.
Oh yes. I think in the NBA too. Anytime you commit a foul,
you go. How cool would that be? Like all those guys that like are there. Like remember when they did Hack-a-Shack? You only can do like one guy at a time. Yeah, they're all in the box together, and Shaq's just shooting free
Every
throws.
time Marcus Smart does something, he's sitting there in the fucking box.
Throwing his mouth guard, getting very animated. Yeah, I like it.
No, the box I think should be used more prevalently. I want these athletes segregated.
Rich's
in a
mom's
small
box
area.
gets played regularly too.
That's different. That's no penalty, Raymond. That is not a penalty. No, that's the reward box.
Oh, sorry, I get my boxes confused.
Big
sometimes.
Difference.
I apologize. My apologies.
Big test to see if you listen to this one, Rich.
Oh, he will. And he'll have a very stern email ready for us at whatever time he poops and listens to this.
Yeah. Yep. Well, good. I'm glad you liked my idea.
Loved it. But it's a positive show, Bobby. There's no negativity here. No negative ors.
None. Good.
We're all positive here. I love it. Like, that's a great idea. I think that would be great. Have more people watching the NFL because it's just something different. All right. Afternoon delight. And we'll be back with some Would You Rather.
Sky rockets in flight. Woo! Afternoon delight. Whoop.
You guys have it, I think.
Afternoon delight.
I don't know, Ron. That sounds kind of crazy.
Anyway.
All right, here we go. All right, Raymond. So with Halloween will happen in between our two shows. So this is a
happy Halloween
themed Would You Rather. Raymond, would you rather be a vampire? So you're undead, you live forever, but every night you have to go out and you have to bite someone and suck their blood. You have to do it. Or would you rather be a werewolf? You don't live forever, but you do get to change into a wolf and maul people while you're alive.
The hair situation is something I don't want to be a part of. Claws, big toenails. So the werewolf thing would be out. Look at all those vampire movies that have come out lately and how like those guys are like just girls just drool over them. Like that's their fantasy. And then that could be the real thing.
Yeah.
I'm going vampire.
So you want to be an undead vampire, live forever?
Yep.
Give me werewolf. Are you kidding me? I could just be like this right now and then just turn into a monster wolf and roam the countryside. That sounds great. I want to do that.
You don't want to live in a castle and not have to deal with people and just be out at night and just
I want to
where
run.
Everyone's just
I want
sleeping.
to run in the wild. I want to run wild and free.
Can I be one of those flying vampires though?
Anything in vampire lore you can do.
Oh, fuck that. Yeah, I'm definitely going vampire.
I'm werewolf.
You get to
all day.
fly.
Give me the wolf.
Come on. Do you know how many girls? You know how many girls would be throwing themselves at me because I'm a
Why
vampire?
wouldn't girls be throwing at me when I turn into a wolf?
Because they won't know it's you, Bobby.
Wolf boner.
They won't know it's you because you don't look like that as a werewolf.
Well,
you
look
like
they'll
a hairy
see
fucking
me,
dweeb.
and then I'll be like, "Hey, baby, watch this." Then I turn into a wolf.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
That's fine. Whatever.
No, you ever seen Teen Wolf? They didn't know that was Michael J. Fox.
Well, he's a little twerp.
He has Parkinson's. That's how dare you. I think that's this is Parkinson's.
At that point in his life, he was a little twerp.
Okay, I'll allow it.
All right. Speaking of women, Ray,
Mm-hmm.
would you rather have a hall pass? Now, what a hall pass is a freebie outside of the relationship. You can just go one out there and then boop, or have a +1 with the missus. What would you rather do?
+1 with the missus.
Really?
No. I took her to a strip club. I took her to the strip club. It was very enjoyable.
Was this recent?
No, probably like 2-3 years ago.
Very nice.
Yeah, before COVID. I think that was
pre-COVID, so about 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was pre-COVID.
Some pre-COVID strip club action.
Yeah, we went out for dinner. Nice. We went out for dinner and had a nice time and had a few cocktails. And I'm like, let's go have another one somewhere else. And that's where we went.
Good for her.
Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah, hall pass for you though. Why a hall pass?
Why not? New and exciting.
Who would she let you have a hall pass for?
Well, it's just whatever you can get your hands on.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's up to me to get it.
Okay. Well, Godspeed.
Yeah. Would you rather have rap hype men follow you around, hyping you up in everything that you do, or rap groupies following you around all the time, doing what they do?
Because hype man or hype men?
Men. It's always men.
All right. But it's probably like what, 3, 4? 3, 4?
However many you want.
I want 4 because the groupies just seems too much.
Yeah,
the hype men will leave you alone when you want to be left alone. Like
the groupies will be clingy.
Yeah, the hype men will know you're hungover, so that be
the answer is hype men because ultimately they're gophers. They do what you say.
Yeah,
they're just there for whatever. They're hanging out. They're around.
Yep,
I agree. This is an interesting one, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have the biggest hog on the planet, but be homeless, or have a tiny little wing wang?
Well, Bobby, joke's on you because I already have the tiny little wing wang. So I'd have to try something different and go with the biggest hog and be homeless.
Could you imagine? You know it. So it's like that's the thing is that it's the biggest one. You know it is, but you're a homeless man.
So no one likes to
Yes,
be
but it's
around you, or
but
it's
you
tough to
have
leave
that
you.
self-satisfaction of
Of
knowing
course.
every other person you see, you know.
Small dick.
Yeah, exactly. I'm bigger.
I'm bigger. Change,
Yeah,
please. Change, please.
I
Cheers.
just don't see how you can pass up that distinction. You just can't pass it up.
No, I just don't think someone that has the biggest hog in the world would be homeless.
But in this scenario, you are.
Yeah, but I think even if I had that, I'd know that for
There's
sure
no way
I could make
you
millions
can't.
of
No,
dollars.
you cannot incentivize this hog in any way. You just have
Bullshit.
it.
Oh,
No,
come on.
This is the would you rather, Ray. God damn it.
Sorry. I'm trying to just put some holes in your little
There's no
plan
holes. I
there.
won't be. You're not going to talk me out of it.
All right, fair enough.
That's now I understand your point. How could you not incentivize this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's going to eventually see it.
I would hope so.
Right?
I would hope so. Well, one more, or we got two more here.
Two more.
Would you rather, anytime you have to go anywhere, have to run as fast as you can? So you just have to go to the bathroom. You have to fucking sprint there, wherever you're doing, or crawl like a baby every time you have to go anywhere.
Two questions for both of these. Crawl like a baby. Do I ever get tired? Like, does my knee because obviously I'm adult now and like crawling.
Oh yeah, you're
hurt.
crawling. So you're just crawling on your ground like a baby would crawl.
Basically, do I have stamina? Whoa, stamina. Like, do I just run forever, like as fast as I can, or is it like real life where I'm gonna run 10 feet and get like tired?
If you want to go,
again?
like let's say like you're where you are right now and you want to go check the mail. Like you just have to run at your fastest that you can run to get to the mail and back. It's not like you have unlimited stamina. So you could get tired doing that, but you're moving as fast as you can. Or crawl, or you'd have to just crawl on your hands and knees out to get to the mail. And that's how you would move for the rest of your life. Either running as fast as you can or crawling.
I guess I'm going to run as fast as I can because I can't live like that, crawling and being slow.
Yeah, who would want to crawl around? Yeah, I would run.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Here's the big one. So, Ram, would you rather have a devil's threesome with a really hot chick of your choosing and a dude?
Of my choosing, or is it a random dude?
That you could choose the dude if you want, but you also have to have sex with this guy. You have to touch his penis.
Yeah.
You have to. It is a full-on threesome. You have to have sex with the man too. Or
I put it in his butt.
Or
right?
a threesome with two porters.
Now, what's a porter?
The fat chick.
I have to fuck a guy and a girl.
Yep. So it's a full-on. The three of you just totally going at it.
What size are we talking about?
Two very attractive, two other very attractive people.
Yeah. Yeah. Or
two big girls.
Like how big?
BIG girl. Big.
BIG girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with the devil's threesome. I'm sorry.
This is quite a quagmire I find myself in here.
Right?
I think I'm gonna have sex with the guy too.
Yeah.
I know.
Why not? You only live once.
I know.
Right?
I can't. I don't know. There are just some lines that feel easier to cross. Yeah. I think that's where we are. I'm interested. What's your surprise segment? I didn't look.
You haven't looked? Yeah, perfect.
Well, I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, no, look. No. So we'll get to that.
All right,
with our simplest minds of the week.
I see what it is, but I won't. I didn't see who.
Yeah. So just don't go any further. Get out of that. But we'll be back with simplest minds of the week with a twist.
Where it's clearly us.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as stupid does.
No, it's clearly me because I love asking these questions and making Rich feel very uncomfortable, so he never wants to play. So, Bobby, let's play a game to get to know each other, see if we have the same taste. It is called Fuck, Marry, Kill. I'm going to give you three people, and you're going to tell me if you would fuck. You have to fuck one, you have to marry one, and you have to kill one. Let's begin. I give you Kate Upton, Kaylee Kuko, Penny from Big Bang Theory. You know who I'm talking about? Okay.
Yes, I do.
And Giselle Bouchon.
All right. So Giselle's gonna get killed. We're gonna marry Kaylee, and Kate Upton is getting dick down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's how it's gonna work.
Bobby, that is exactly how it was supposed to work. This is beautiful.
That one was pretty easy.
All right, let's go to the next one. Are you familiar with the Golden Girls?
I'm familiar with them.
B. Arthur, Betty White, Estelle Getty. Fuck
Which one's
one.
Estelle?
The classy one. The classy one.
Okay.
And B. Arthur is the tall one.
Yeah, she was annoying as shit. She has to die.
I think she's dead. R.I.P.
Betty. She seems kind of fun, so maybe she can stick around. We'll marry her, and then we'll nail the other one.
Same.
Yep.
Robert, I love how this is going.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one. Let's see if we can keep this up. U.S. gymnastics. Are you familiar?
I'm familiar.
Allie Raisman. You remember her?
Yes.
All right. Simone Biles.
I know her.
Livy Dunn.
Don't know who it is.
She is a...
Oh, no. Is that Olivia Dunn?
Nope. Livy Dunn. She's the LSU gymnastics girl.
Yeah, we're talking about the same one. This is easy.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Robert.
That's easy.
Go ahead.
Again, yeah, Olivia Dunn, getting dick down. Simone Biles in the grave. Allie Raisman is apparently I'm marrying her.
Again.
Yeah.
Same.
That was easy. These are layups, Ray. When's the hard one?
Here we go. We got two left, and I feel like these are the best two.
Oh.
You got to fuck one, you got to marry one, and you have to kill one.
Oh, okay.
Tom Brady, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling.
Reynolds is a cunt. He dies. Brady. He seems kind of like annoying to probably be around, so maybe I'll just nail him. And then I don't know much about Gosling, so I'll take my chances and marry him.
Bobby.
Yeah.
We had something going. But you go and kill Ryan Reynolds like that?
Yeah, have you heard? He is a phony little bitch. No.
Yeah, and guess what? That's my husband you're speaking about.
Oh,
because
God.
I would marry Ryan Reynolds. And
I would not.
Fuck dies. Tom Brady, because that would just be
obviously
great to have his dick inside my body, but then instead of then fuck Ryan Gosling. He broke my heart in so many movies.
I don't know anything. I know who he is. I don't know anything about him, so I'll just have to cross my fingers and hope for the best.
All right, I leave you with this one, Robert. My last one. Hillary Clinton.
Oh, that's easy.
Kathy.
She's dead. I don't need to hear the rest. She's dead.
And Irene.
Oh. This is another easy one. Hillary Clinton is dead. Kathy, welcome to my home. And Irene,
every Tuesday.
You know where to go.
See you on Tuesday.
Exactly.
I'm not going to answer that one, but that I like
Those are
that.
a bunch of layups. You got to present some moral quandaries.
Well, maybe for the next time Rich has a conference, we can
is that what his excuse was?
Yes. Yeah, but yet he texts me so fucking early in the morning, like he has to get all his like funny shit out and fuck you guys, like I'm right about Mac Jones shit out, and then like he's radio silent for the rest of the day. It's like 8 a.m. He's like taking a shit. He's like, I don't know.
What is this conference about?
I don't know. He goes to a lot of conferences. He's quite important at his job, I guess.
Well, that's good.
Everyone's got to suck dick. Important. Yeah, everyone's got to suck dick once in a while, right?
Yeah, I mean it helps. I mean it's generally good for career advancement.
Mm-hmm. I think he's
helped
at the
a
top.
lot of people. It's helped more people than it's hurt.
He does have smooth hands.
Does he moisturize?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I have very rough hands. Very, very rough.
I have man hands, callous.
Yeah, I got calluses too. It's very rough. Not.
I don't think Rich does. I think it's all baby smooth.
Yeah, I mean, you don't at conferences. You don't really you don't like touch things. You don't move stuff.
No, you just sit there and shoot the shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it's just like a retreat, so he can meet like all his workers, and they do fun stuff and have pizza parties, and then go miniature golfing and shit like that.
It sounds lovely.
Right?
Yeah.
I wish I was at a conference.
Yeah. You should go to his conference.
That'd be
Maybe
nice.
he could expense it.
Wouldn't that be nice if he invited us to wherever he was?
Would be.
Like, even if it was like North Dakota, like,
Yeah, sure. Let's go to Fargo right now.
right? I'd go. I do want to do that. Take a trip somewhere, like just where no one really goes, just to say I went there. Meet the locals.
Just go to the next town over.
No, like out in the middle of fucking, I don't know, Wyoming.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, there are certainly you certainly could do that. That way you could just see what the sights are and out those places.
Yeah.
Have you traveled a lot throughout the States?
Yeah, I've been around.
Yeah, you've been like bigger destinations, yeah.
Yeah.
The main cities, the places you would go.
Yeah.
No, I hear you.
Yeah, it's fun. See this little country of ours. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Bobby, this was fun as always. Hopefully Rich is back next week, and hopefully the Patriots get a win this week.
We will see. The big week, we can all see about how much of a level of fandom or fanboy will be. They'll be the most accomplished 3-5 team in history if they win.
It'll be the biggest Super Bowl underdogs in NFL history, because everyone will be like, it's Super Bowl or bust now.
I know, 9 points. Everybody's betting the under right now, or betting the Pats for 9.
I just want to. I think Tyreek's going to be the huge difference, but that's just me. If he plays, I think
he's playing. I think he's going to play.
Yeah. I don't know. They're saying that hip injury is pretty legit. It's not a fluke.
Well, even if he plays and it's not a fluke, I mean, maybe he will be diminished.
Hopefully Jack Jones just knocks him the fuck out. But we will see. So until next time, this has been the Simple Minds Sports Show, Friday, October 27th. See you next time.
Bye.
Oh, that was beautiful. Kind of roused me a little bit.
Good. Always happy to do that. Big week.
Big week.
Plans for your weekend?
Huh?
Any plans for your weekend?
Last soccer game is Saturday for both kids. And that's done. And then the wife works Sunday, and then Halloween and all that bullshit. So no, nothing.
Yeah, no, me either. Halloween, fall stuff. Got to do the leaves.
You
That's
still jet lagged right now or no?
Right now, no, not so much.
Yeah.
It's not. It was 5 hours ahead.
Yes. Isn't it easy to go east back west?
Yeah.
Like if we go east, west, east, it's bullshit, right? I always get jet lagged fucking coming back from the West Coast.
It's more the other way, because it's like really, like if you're coming back from where we were, it's just like a really long day.
Yeah.
So it's like we our flight from there started at 2 p.m. and then we arrived back here at like 4 time. Yeah. So it's just like you added like 5 hours to your day, so you're just like kind of like tired.
Yeah.
It's weirder when you go there, but yeah, it's not too bad. Not really jet lagged.
So what's the next destination?
I don't know. Haven't thought that far ahead, but it won't be for a little while. Yeah. Because she's pregnant. Yeah.
So now that'll be 2 for you, and she has another one, right?
That'll be three kids overall.
How old's the oldest?
Should be 6 in February.
So 6. Your son's 1.
Yep, 12 months.
12 months exactly. So is this called a Irish? What is this? An Irish twin?
They would technically be Irish twins. Yeah.
Good for you guys. You gotta stop having the sex all the time, Bobby.
I'm quite potent. I know. I'm gonna have to get the snip there.
Oh, it's fun.
I think so. Yeah.
I got it.
Might have to do that.
I'll tell you a story about that when you go do it. I won't tell you now because it'll haunt your dreams. I went to haunt your dream the night before. Not for the next
Yeah, I have a friend that was trying to get me to do it before, and I was like, no, fuck that. What's a snake without the bite?
Now you want that
No.
snake not to have that bite anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
and now I was
fuck.
like, wait, when do you want to go? You want to go together? We'll do it the same day. So
Yep.
Yep.
Congrats.
That's that.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Hopefully, what's your oldest? A girl? You have a girl? Is this the oldest?
Yep. She's 5, and then Jack 12 months, and then now this is a girl.
Oh, you already know.
We know.
Nice, dude. Congrats.
Yep. Thank you.
Girl, boy, girl.
Yep. Gonna be quite busy.
Yes, you are.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Get that sleep while you can. For the pussies.
I know. Exactly.
All
Yeah.
right, man.
So
Nope. Go ahead.
I don't know when the next one will be.
What?
Trip, you were asking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No.
That's next week.
Yeah. That is next week.
All right. I'll see you then.
All right. Later.
Later.